Hello everyone, it's averydawnside and welcome back to another video. If I sound a little bit strange, it's for a couple reasons, but we're gonna get into that. But the first main one is because it is currently 6:11 in the morning. I will take a screenshot on my phone and pop it in the video so that you know I'm not lying. So basically, I went to sleep yesterday at like 11:15, which isn't like unusual for me. Like I usually fall asleep around 11 or 12, sometimes like 1 if I struggle sleeping, but I was really tired, so I fell asleep at like 11, more like 11:30 actually, if we're gonna get into specifics. Anyways, so I fell asleep, was having a good little sleep, and then for some reason I just like woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And then again, this isn't not typical for me. Like I usually wake up once or twice in the night anyways, just randomly, or I'll have to like go to the bathroom. So I woke up at 5 a.m, went to the bathroom, came back, and I was like, oh, I'll usually just fall right back to sleep, right? No, I have just been like laying here and tossing and turning, and I just like can't fall back asleep, which is so strange. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so awake. It's not even like I got like a hefty amount of sleep. I'm just like really awake right now and I can't fall asleep. So I don't have work for another 3 hours. I start work at 9. And I was just gonna lay here and hope that I fell back asleep, but I figured, why not film a video? Because if I'm already up, might as well make use of the time, right? Right. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I really don't know what this video is going to turn into, but I think that's what makes it kind of exciting. So the first thing, if this is a little chaotic, don't blame me. I've just been randomly awake for no reason. But the first thing we're going to do is feed our horse, Lucky Duck here, and then I think we're going to go and check out the races, because yesterday was an update day and I was not able to log on, which I'll tell you why. I'll tell you about my week, everyone. I'll just give you some general life updates, because I feel like I haven't been able to do like a sit down video like this where I actually genuinely just talk about life for a little bit. So we're gonna try that, but first we're gonna find out where this race is. Okay, South Hoof. So, well, we will do the animals while we're in Starshine, and then we'll go to South Hoof. So anyways, so the reason I haven't done like a sit down video and why like yesterday was super duper long, if I said that, I think I said that, yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about yesterday first. Actually, we'll start with Tuesday. So Tuesday, if you are new here, or if you just like know my schedule, my life schedule, I ride on Tuesdays. Sometimes I ride on Thursdays too, but Tuesday I ride every week for sure, unless it's like canceled or anything. So I rode on Tuesday, and so usually, okay, how do I explain this? So I don't, okay, this is just gonna be for people who like haven't really been here. A quick rundown. I don't own my own horse or anything. I've just been taking lessons, but I'm working towards getting my first own horse, and that's gonna be coming hopefully this spring/summer if everything goes to plan, but we will see. So I've been hopping around on like different lesson horses for the past like year and a half. I was consistently on Lola, who is a like young 4-year-old thoroughbred mare. I was on her for about a year, and then I've recently been riding another horse named Rain for a while, who is more of like a schoolmaster type like horse pony, like large pony, you know? So anyways, I've been riding Rain for the past 3 weeks just because she had more like ability kind of, and like made me more comfortable, even though I love Lola to death. Anyways, so I haven't ridden Lola for probably 3 months now, which like isn't typical. I usually like will be on like one school horse for a while and then another one, and then would just keep switching until like I got my own, which is great. Like all the horses teach me different things. So anyways, I showed up for my group lesson on Tuesday and I was like ready to ride and everything, and someone else wanted to ride Rain in that lesson, so I was like, okay, that's fine, like I don't mind, I'll hop on Lola. But my trainer had been at a horse show all week, so none of the horses had been worked, and it was pretty cold where I live, so I was like, yeah, it's fine, everything's gonna be fine, because like dealt with like pretty forward and spicy like fresh horses before, like that's not unusual. And I was like, yeah, I've ridden Lola before, so I don't mind. So I got on Lola and she was fresh. But also the jumps in the arena were like totally different, so she was just kind of looking at things. She's not a spooky horse at all, and she's like generally really good. She's just like growing up and developing like her personality a little bit more, so it shines. And Lola's like number one thing that she does, if she like doesn't like what you're doing, or if she just like doesn't want to work, is she'll crow hop. So Lola's a big crow hopper. She's not a big bucker ever really or anything. Like I said, she just crow hops. And anyway, so we were warming up on the flat, and like she was just super forward, like kind of running through my hands and stuff. And like I will give her the benefit of the doubt too. I'm also a pretty timid rider, I would say. Like I'm not super assertive, and I feel like a lot of you could probably guess that just based off my personality. But yeah, I'm not the most assertive rider in the world, so horses can take advantage of me pretty quickly, especially if they notice I'm like not on top of my game. So I had been pretty tired anyways that day, but I was just trying to work through it. So yeah, Lola was just pretty forward, running through my hands, and like was spooking at like random things and like running down the long wall of the arena. So it just like wasn't our best start, but we kept going. We pursued nonetheless, until we started to like, so I trotted her for a while around the arena to like get her less being fresh. And then when we got into the canter, she just like I don't even know how to describe like what happened, but basically she crow hopped super bad and then like pulled her neck down. And like I had a grip on the reins, but one of my biggest like bad habits is I don't hold on to my reins super tight with my fingers, so they slip through really quickly, and it's something that I'm working on. But yeah, so the reins slipped through my hand, so I'm like trying to gather them up, and while I'm doing that I got pulled forward. And then at that point I like tried to recover my spot in the saddle, but it just like wasn't happening, and she like crow hopped again really hard and yanked me down, and so I fell off and I smacked my head really hard on the ground. And like I've had handfuls of falls where like, knock on wood, I'm very fortunate, but I've never had like a horrible fall. I've had some pretty bad ones where like things have hurt, but most of my falls are just like, yeah, fall off, probably a couple bruises, but get back on. But this one like hurt. So I fell off, I hit my head really hard, and it took me a second to get back up. I was like, oh god, this is rough. But anyways, I got back up, I got back on, and we kept going, and like she was just super fresh. My head hurt super bad at that point, so my trainer was like, we're just gonna take it super easy. So I let the other people in my lesson do their courses, and then we did a warm-up jump, and she was pretty good over the warm-up jump, but we didn't even test it with the corset, like doing a full course, because she was just so fresh. So same thing happened when we started doing the one, it was just like a little vertical. So we did the little vertical, and then she did the same thing, like crow hopped, and I was super tired and my head hurt, and she yanked down, and I was able to stay on, but then she threw a buck that I was not expecting, because like I said, Lola doesn't really buck, but she was feeling herself today, and so I fell off again, and I was like, great, this isn't going well, but it's fine. And so we kept like pursuing and everything. And like, yeah, she was just being really spicy at that point. I was super tired. And like towards the end, she was just like bucking around and crow hopping left and right and like being a thoroughbred as if she was on the track. So it's definitely an experience. Definitely lost some confidence on it. I won't hide that from you all. Like, rides like this definitely make me question my ability as a rider, but there were some bright spots to it. Like, my trainer said she was proud of me and stuff, because like typically I get really like worked up and tense in moments like that, but it ended up working out really well. So I learned a lot, but by the end of the lesson I was bruised and real tired. So and my head hurt super bad. So I rode at like 5 or 6, and typically I ride another horse after just to like hack, but since my head hurt, I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go home. So I went home, and I wasn't gonna sleep for like a while because I'm pretty sure I had like a mild concussion, like nothing serious, but I smacked my head really hard and my head hurt a lot. So I wanted to stay awake to make sure that like I didn't experience like harder symptoms of having a concussion. And I've had concussions before, I just haven't had one in a while. So it felt like pretty similar, but I couldn't really remember. And so anyways, I had to stay awake. So from that moment forward, my head has just kind of been hurting the past like 2-ish days. I think it's gonna go away mostly today. Like yesterday was the hardest because it was like the first full day after that. I was supposed to ride today at 12, but I canceled my lesson because what we're gonna get into next. So yeah, my head hurt, wasn't feeling super great, but I'll just tell you about my day yesterday too. So wasn't feeling great, and I decided to go to Starbucks before I had class because I was like, oh, we'll just like have a pick me up. I had class at 12:40. So I go to Starbucks at like 12 and I get everything, and that Starbucks is like usually really busy, but it's fine. I made enough time to like make sure I could get it and get to class on time. So made my Starbucks, or got my Starbucks I mean, and left. And then I like got to class. Our campus is super duper busy right now. So I had to find parking, which was a mess. So I finally found parking, and it took a really long time. At this point it was like 12:30, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of cutting it close, but it's okay, we'll just like skedaddle to the building and be there in no time. Well, that did not go to plan because I got lost, and I couldn't find the building, even though it was literally right next to me. I just was looking at it from a different angle and like couldn't tell that that was the building that I needed to go into. And so by the time that I got into the building, it was like 12:45. I was like sweating, like dripping sweat, because I had been like scrambling everywhere trying to make sure I got there on time. And I was so embarrassed that like I hadn't gotten there on time that I was like, I am so stressed out. I like can't even, I just can't go to the class. So I sat down and I was like, okay, let's just take a breather, because I was like really overwhelmed. I sat down, I was like, we're just gonna take a breather and figure out what we're doing next. And then at that point I was like, I'm not going to class because like I personally don't have social anxiety. I'm not diagnosed with social anxiety, I should say. I definitely do get socially anxious though, and especially like having the Starbucks in my hand, and like even though I had made time to get to class on time and I was there late, I was just like, this is too much for me right now. And I did have one free skip pass to use in that class. So even though I was in the building of the class, I was like, I'm not gonna go. Like, I'm just not gonna go. It's a 3-hour lecture class, and like I'm super overwhelmed. I kind of want to cry. Like my head really hurts. Everything just isn't going super well. So I decided not to go. But on the other hand, this kind of ended up working out in my favor, because my plan for the day was I was gonna go to class and then stay after class to study for my exam that I have on Friday for like a few hours. But I was like, okay, so since I'm not going to class, we'll just start studying. So I started a new course yesterday, so I had to write a paper anyway. So I wrote like a 4.5 page paper in like an hour, and then I started studying for my biology exam because I'm horrible at biology, and I did not do well on my first exam, so I really need to do well on this exam. So I've been studying nonstop, and I'm going to study for it later today after work. But yes, so I was studying, my head still really hurt, and then after I finished studying at like 6, so I'd been there for like 6 hours. I studied and did homework for like 6 hours. I was really proud of myself for being super productive. After that, I went and I got Chipotle, because one of like my things that I'm involved with in my IRL life, my goodness, they were having a fundraiser, so I got Chipotle, and then I came home and I took a really like long shower. I gave myself a head massage. I watched Shrek 2 and sat on my couch and ate Chipotle and had some ice cream after. And I felt a lot better after that, and then I fell asleep at 11, and here we are, because I can't sleep. But Yeah, it's definitely been a whirlwind of a week. I feel like a lot of you all catch me at my best moments. These are some of my not so great moments, and I think it's really important to like talk about that and like show that I don't have the perfect life. But honestly, okay, I also forgot this part out of the story. This has become like a story time video even though it wasn't meant to be. But after I had gotten to the building, I was super overwhelmed, like wanted to cry because I like was too scared to go into class, and then like ended up studying. Before I started studying, I read through a lot of your comments and messages on the Dear March, like the March check-in video, and I did shed a few tears to those messages because like they were just really heartfelt and I really needed to read them in the moment. So I just want you all to know that I do read those, and like they make my day so much better, and they really do help me feel like better when I don't feel great. So yes, that was my day yesterday. I guess I'll tell you all about my day today. So the whole Chipotle thing, there's a really loud truck going by. I don't know if all of you can hear that, but if you can, woohoo. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, I'll tell you about what I'm gonna do today. So the Chipotle thing, I got Chipotle yesterday because there was a fundraiser, but I really wanted McDonald's. I've had this really strange craving. Oh, wait, before I tell you all about my cravings, I'm gonna tell you about the context to why. Okay, so I posted this thing on my Instagram story yesterday too, for all of you to drop video suggestions for the month of March, because I'm super duper busy, like with school and just like I have a lot going on. And one of the things that's going on, I'm getting my wisdom teeth out next Tuesday. Yeah, I'm really nervous. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I almost canceled the appointment last week because I was just like so anxious about it. Like, the idea of anesthesia and like stuff like that. Like, I've never had surgery before, basically. I've never been put under anesthesia, and I'm really nervous for it. Obviously, they're professionals and they know what they're doing. It's just like very nerve-wracking for me, and I really don't want to get my teeth removed. It's just scary. So yeah, I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed on Tuesday next week, so I will not be riding. So I won't be riding now for like 2-ish weeks because I'll be recovering from wisdom teeth surgery and just stuff like that. So it wasn't great to end on like that type of a lesson note, but I did learn a lot. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't my best. But yeah, so I'm getting my wisdom teeth out on Tuesday of next week. It's March 8th, so wish me luck. I will definitely need it. So yeah, since I'm getting my wisdom teeth out, I won't be able to record videos, so I asked you all for video ideas, and I'm gonna film a ton of them this weekend and basically pre-film all of the videos for March just in case I need to like heal longer than I thought, or just in case I'm busy and like have to catch up on work or anything, and like just kind of so I can take a step back while also like making sure I still have content for all of you, which I know so many of you are like, oh, just take a break. Like, I don't want to take a break. I love doing YouTube and it gives me something to do, and I love making content for all of you. So I want to make sure that you all have it, even though I will be out of commission for a while. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about what I was going to do today. So that was the context. Getting back into the little mini story. So Chipotle. So I got Chipotle because of the fundraiser, right? Right. But I had actually been craving McDonald's for a while. And like, I literally crave a new thing every single day. Like, it doesn't take much for me to start craving something. Like, even things that I've never even had. Like, there could be videos on TikTok or something that I see and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so yummy and I want to eat it. So I will. Usually. Well, sometimes if it's like not things that are accessible to me, the craving will just go away and I don't like need to eat it for it to go away. But yeah, so I have a lot of cravings, which isn't like not normal for me. So yeah, I had Chipotle, but I had been craving a Big Mac from McDonald's, which I don't eat a ton of fast food. I just like really wanted it. But because I was getting Chipotle, I was like, oh, the McDonald's craving will go away. Don't worry about it. Well, when I woke up today at 5 o'clock in the morning, I still really, really wanted the McDonald's. So today's plan is I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do after this video. Who knows? I don't know. Great question. whether I'm gonna fall asleep or if it's too past my awake threshold where I won't be able to go back to sleep, and at that point I'll have to figure out what to do. Maybe I'll study. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So I'm gonna do something after this video, either sleep or just figure out what to do. And then I have to go to work. I have to leave for work at 8:45, so I will go to work for, well, it's not really, it's work, but it's not work. It's like my internship work. So I will go and do that from 9 to like 11ish, and then I was trying to figure out if I wanted to just like go to McDonald's right after that and then just pick it up and take it home with me and have it for lunch, or if I want to get that for dinner later. So anyways, I'm gonna come back from work, whether I have my McDonald's or not, we will see. Depending on how I feel, if I am somehow still awake, I will start studying for my biology exam again. I just tripped over so many of my words. If I am not awake, however, I will be taking a nap until whenever I wake up from said nap. And then after that, whatever time that is, or if I don't end up taking a nap, I'm gonna go to one of the buildings on campus and I'm gonna study for biology until 6:15ish, when I have a meeting with one of the student groups that I'm involved in with. And then so I'll have that meeting 6:15 to 8:15, and if I haven't gotten McDonald's for lunch, then after that meeting I'm gonna get McDonald's, and then I'm gonna come home. And that is my day for today. Oh yeah, somewhere in there I'm gonna edit a YouTube video too. But, well, I'm gonna edit this YouTube video. Hopefully that's super easy. But, yes, that is, oh my goodness. That's my plan for today. By the time that you're seeing this, it is Friday, so I hope you enjoyed hearing about my chaotic Thursday, which, like, definitely wasn't expecting it to go like this, but, I mean, you can never really expect anything to go certain ways, so I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. It is so early in the morning. Why am I awake? Like, who let me be awake this early? This has never happened to me before. Like, it's happened, but usually I'm able to fall back asleep pretty quickly. I don't know why I wasn't able to today. Like, that is so odd. Oh well, it actually ended up working out because I was not sure, like, when on earth I was gonna film a video for this Friday, so I'm actually kind of, like, grateful. You know, maybe my body clock was like, ma'am, you've got to get up because you've got to film a video for YouTube and then you can go back to sleep. So maybe after this, maybe this will be my miracle juice or something and I will just fall back asleep. I'm gonna look back and, like, listen to this video and be like, what on earth am I talking about? Like, what is happening? But so many of you, like, when I asked for video suggestions and everything, so many of you said, like, you like the longer training videos, and, like, why are these not letting me get the light up thingies? I've ran through, like, 2 things right now. Anyways, so many of you said that you like the longer, like, just, like, training and talking videos, so I can definitely do those, because all I have to do is train and talk. Currently, Ducky is the only horse that I have that I'm training. So makes things pretty easy. I've just literally, why didn't that one let me get it? Did anyone see that? Okay, it's fine. Oh no, this isn't going well. This usually goes pretty well for me, but it just is not today, which is okay. Things just don't always go to plan, like we were literally just talking about. Yeah. So that's my day. That's a little bit about my life. I'm excited to film some videos. You all suggested some really good ones. And, like, always feel free if you have a video idea and, like, I haven't asked in a while, like, just feel free to comment them. Currently, oh, I guess that I can talk about this too for a little bit. Currently, I'm not filming any role plays. I have been, like, to be completely transparent with all of you. I have been so unmotivated to film role plays, like truly so deeply unmotivated to film role plays, not because I don't have stories, but because the effort to film and edit a role play takes so many hours, and I just like don't have those hours right now. So I really, like, I'm sorry if videos lately haven't been as like in-depthly edited, but it's really because like I have a lot going on and I still want to make YouTube a priority. It just means that sometimes videos are going to be less edited and less fancy as like other videos would be, so that's why I haven't filmed like an actual roleplay in a hot second, and it probably is going to be a good while before there's another like actual one coming out. Like, I'm not done with roleplay, it's just roleplay isn't gonna be around right now. Like, it's not the top priority in my channel. But I will film a YouTube video. I just hit my mic, so if you just heard a weird noise, that's why. But I will film a roleplay video eventually. I just haven't been forcing myself to do it because I don't want it to like, I don't want to create a creative block for myself by doing that. So I've just been kind of filming roleplay and doing it when I feel like it, which I just haven't felt like it recently. So that's why they've been so slow rolling, and like I appreciate all of you like being so interested in them, but currently I'm not looking for roleplay suggestions, and I feel so bad saying that because I know so many of you want me to make a roleplay video. I just really don't want to right now, so I'm gonna stick to what I want to do on YouTube, and like I will get one out eventually. But yeah, I didn't want to talk about that because I feel like a couple people probably think I'm ending roleplay because I haven't done a real one in like 2 months. I did the outfit video last week, but like I haven't done an actual roleplay video in a while, which is okay. I just go through slumps with roleplay. So yes, I'm not dropping off the RRP community, just not super involved with it right now. It'll come back around. Yeah, just wanted to address that real quick, but I am gonna go because I feel like I've been talking for a really long time. I think my computer is dying. So I hope you have a wonderful sleeping schedule, unlike me currently. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching these videos, even if they're a little chaotic, and I hope you enjoy the videos for March. Wish me luck on my wisdom teeth surgery, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, I love you all so much. Thanks for watching. Bye!